I'm here at the RC show, and we're going to talk to Michelle Saunders, who is an expert in EPR. Michelle, tell us everything EPR related. All right, you know what? Actually, give us what is EPR?
So, in plain language, in the Canadian context, it means that companies putting material in the marketplace for consumers have taken over or are taking responsibility for the delivery and funding of residential recycling.
Where does the PRO sit in all that?
So, the pro is smack dab in the middle. Many regulations place obligations on individual companies, but in order to achieve compliance, they actually have to work together. And so, a
Right.
producer responsibility organization or a pro is responsible for designing the system, procuring waste management services, making sure that material is getting recycled, and then reallocating those costs back to the producers who contributed to the system.
We work with quite a bit of brands, and a lot of them cross 5 continents, 20 countries. But in at least Canada, how, if there's a brand that is trying to figure this out, what are some of the tips and tricks that you would advise them?
My number one tip is to find yourself a good trade association. Work with the pros. There is regulators in some provinces, external regulators, government resources, but there is a ton of information available on LinkedIn or just websites from consulting firms or environmental organizations. There's a lot of information out there. EPR is actually a huge policy area.
And when a brand is thinking about fees they have to pay into this, what are some things that you'd like to provide as takeaways?
The fees that they are paying are their equitable share of system costs based on the material that they supply into the market.
Right.
So there is a methodology across the country to determine how those fees are allocated back to producers. In theory, innovation of packaging portfolios and improved recycling system design will reduce costs for producers. That's the desired outcome.